Hello, welcome to the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. So I always start off introducing, go like, rah, and then realizing, remembering once again this bloody delay when it comes to like all the notifications going out to people to say that we're live. So I should chill out a little bit maybe. Anyway, here we are. It's another week, another Thursday, 12 o'clock, the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. The team are here. We're all here, fit and well, apart from Jane, who's really poorly. We all jumped on the call and we're like, Jane, why are you here? You're not well. And she was like, well, I'll stay. I've got a couple of things to talk about. I'll just mute whilst I'm coughing and spluttering and whatever else. So we're going to try and keep Jane's interaction to essential things only. That's going to be our aim. And we should probably try not to make her laugh too much as well.
Good point.
I don't know, maybe. So it's been, I'm really excited to do today's live lunch. And I don't know why. I'm just in a really, really bouncy, happy mood. It's I feel like every call I've had this week has been really positive with clients I love, existing clients, new clients, old clients that are coming back on board with us. It's literally how lovely is this? I had call earlier this week with someone, and they just said, they were basically like, Christina, we never should have left you. I was like, we do good work. It's nice. We're a good team. High five, guys. High five. Well done. Well done. Brilliant. So yeah, it's been like one of those weeks where it just makes you feel like everything's achievable. Life is awesome. Bring it in. Love it. Love it. Love it. What that also means, though, is that I've been so busy doing calls like that, sending proposals, looking at results people are getting and analysing it. I've not had a lot of time to actually stay on top of the social media news. So I've got a couple of things that have popped up. They're more articles that I've seen rather than news. But I'm hoping you guys have got a few bits and bobs. So obviously, we had a guest last week as well. So it is 2 weeks since we talked about anything news-wise. So, what have you got? Who's going to go first? We haven't, normally we have a little bit of powwow. Who's going to share what for the 3 minutes before we go live? But guess what, folks? I was late joining. So we haven't even done that. I literally have no idea what's coming. So Nicole, let's come to you. What have you got for today?
So Jane might have this, but I'll speak on behalf of both if you do have it, Jane. Because we're sort of letting you rest today. So Twitter news. Musk has outlined a new $8. I don't know what that converts to in pounds. Sorry, people. Per month.
About 53p at the minute, I think.
Yeah. I was meant to
53 and a half.
Just gone up.
I wish, because that would be good. But it's a blue package that includes verification for all. It also includes priorities in replies and mentions, ability to post long audio and videos, and half as many ads. And he basically tweeted just saying that he swore in the thing. So he basically said that it was BS, that there was lords and peasants on Twitter, and it's power to all the people.
Yeah. I mean, Elon, if you follow Elon Musk on Twitter, some of the stuff he tweets anyway for years, it's just been just brilliant. But some of the stuff over the last couple of weeks, I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. There was a tweet, was it yesterday, day before, that's basically saying, if for all the complainers out there, just keep complaining. I love it. Absolutely love it. So no, really good. But yeah, this the new sort of Twitter blue package does look interesting. For only $8, but it's everything freemium models, quite often with apps and things. The free version, you've got all the ads going on and that sort of stuff, and it's the user experience is a bit clunky. You're paying $5, $8, $10 a month, whatever it might be. Maybe it's there's an app I paid the other day, and it was $50 for the year, but it cut out the crap, basically. Cut out the ads, don't need to look at those anymore. gave me access to features, all that kind of stuff. So that's all they're really doing. So what I love is the way people are talking about it as if it's like what he's doing is really innovative when it just isn't. I'm like, this, right, it's, you know, it's like we're going pay to play. It's like, and
would anyone get the blue package?
I don't use Twitter enough. If I you know, so like LinkedIn really is my go-to. Yeah, LinkedIn really is my go-to. So would I pay extra to not have the sponsored ads on LinkedIn? 100%. Have a little blue tick to say that I'm verified and like, yeah, I'm, you know, I mean, I already think I'm kind of a big deal, right? So, you know, of course I deserve a blue tick. I'll pay for that shit.
But sort of linked to that though, he's also, because this was going to be one of my things, but it obviously links in. He's also tweeted about the future of advertising on LinkedIn as well. So saying about the relevancy, if it's a low relevant sort of ad, then he'd class that as spam. But if it's relevant, then he regards that as content. So it says there's not much details, but his aspirations have been outlined for the continuation of advertising.
But again, Facebook, right? When you're running ads in Facebook, you get relevancy score. So if your relevancy score is low, Facebook doesn't do anything about it. It just tells you, so that as the advertiser, you can choose to do something about that, make your ad more relevant. It's kind of a, you know, they still take, if you make no change, they'll still take your money off you.
Yeah.
And, you know, Paul Green's just put in the comments, obviously, you know, we talk about the $8 a month. He's got to get his 42 billion back somehow, right? Is he going to, like, I say, is he, as if it's like only his decision? He's going to be there, like every ad coming through that's not relevant. He's going, yeah, let that one go. No, stop that ad. But yeah, are they literally going to say, no, keep, you know, we're not taking your money until you make this more relevant? I just can't see that happening.
Probably not.
So yeah, interesting. But again, it's like, yeah. I saw that and I was like, yeah, but stuff like that already exists. Like, come on, musky boy, where's the truly innovative stuff? We're waiting.
Well, he's fired the person who's in charge of moderating speech, isn't he, as well, and things like that.
Oh, he's fired so many of them.
He's fired pretty much everyone
left.
Yeah. So he is actually moderating every tweet himself at the minute. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, he's doing everything. In the ads.
That's it. If Twitter goes down, we know who to blame.
Yeah, he's in there coding and stuff, probably.
That's it. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, he's put that, you know, the dash in the wrong place, and that's it. It's like Twitter's gone down now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Okay, so what else? Have you got anything else, Nicole? Just that one, or?
I've got a TikTok one as well from last week, actually. It's a marketing one. So listen up, marketers who are on TikTok. So TikTok launches TikTok Marketing Academy, an education side to the platform. So it provides a free video course on how to make the best use of TikTok. It includes research, data, and I get a better understanding of the app. There are also modules. So there's like, I looked at it and there was like a picture of all different modules that you could take. And then once you've done the course, you can like tick it off. And then, so it's like a proper actual course they're setting up. So in the modules, there's market your business on TikTok, boost your results with ads, and create. What does that even say? I wrote this last week, people.
Not prepared. Hold it up to the camera, see if we can read it.
Awful. It says crest.
Crest.
I feel it's maybe I was supposed to type create. Stoop, scrolling content will create.
Stop.
That's what I mean. I feel like that was. Oh, do you know what? It was last week, and I've actually just read it now. So
we're so organised.
Yeah.
Production values are
I
through the
actually
roof on the
prepared
Green Umbrella
on
Live Lunch.
a few minutes before Christina, and then I looked at that and I was like, oh yeah, that can be my second story, and I've literally just read it live, very, very poorly on this live lunch. So yeah, any marketers out there that want to get on TikTok, there is a course for you to follow. I think head there and actually check out the information, because they'll probably be better explained.
Oh my god! Right, so okay, TikTok though, like people, Chris has just put in the comments. Okay, right, so is Mark going to be doing TikTok dances to promote GU? Maybe. I mean, to be honest, that's more of a Nicole and Molly thing.
I was going to say, definitely got. Can we screen share? No.
Yeah. Oh god, it was a gift.
But right, if anyone wants to know what we're talking about, DM Mark. He's got some content he can share with you privately. That sounds so wrong. Oh my goodness. TikTok. Let's go back to TikTok for marketers. Right. So here's the thing. TikTok is providing such an opportunity now. TikTok shops as well. And I think what I'm loving about it is like we all need to be a bit more open-minded about this stuff. We need to not be stuck in that TikToks for kids dancing, or like, adults dancing with their kids or whatever it might be. Okay. It's there's massive opportunity here. The way that video is going, which like YouTube's put in a lot of effort into shorts, Facebook or Meta with reels here, there, and everywhere. It's like actually this content, we've got to be engaging with it. And TikTok it's not selling itself as a social media platform. Okay, it's selling itself as somewhere that holds content, where people create content, where we go to be creative. So it's selling itself as being a different experience. So
it's a different experience though.
I do.
You count it as a social media app, because I've seen this. Like they say that they're an entertainment app, which they are, but then you can message people, like, comment.
But do you?
I personally don't, but I actually just watch it for entertainment. You're right. So
absolutely. Do you know what? It's like you're watching. So I've just moved and I haven't got my stuff, my crap sorted out yet. Okay. So whereas normally I'd have like fast forward through the adverts on something I've recorded on Sky, I can't do that right now. So I'm like watching something and, I don't know, something on Amazon, the ad comes and I know it's only like 30 seconds of my life, but I've already seen that ad 20 billion times. I'm bored of it. So I'm like TikTok for 3 minutes going whack, 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 right? But I'm viewing it. I'm following people that I'm discovering that are interesting. But I'm not really liking stuff. I'm not commenting. I'm not DMing people. I'm not engaging with it. I'm literally on there to be entertained. So it is a different experience.
Yeah, because I only like videos, but so they save. So they have a bookmark thing now, but I just like them all because they go into a separate kind of tab, don't they? And you can just scroll back through all the ones that you find entertaining.
Absolutely.
So that is as much engagement as I do on TikTok, really.
But like I say, this is the thing. It is a different experience. And we should be expecting different things from it than something like Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, Instagram, whatever. So yeah, so I think from a marketing perspective, it's really good that they're opening up this stuff for us to be able to sort of learn how they think we should be using it to market, because it's very much a top of funnel exercise. It's all about brand awareness. It is an awareness product all day long, unless you engage in things like TikTok Shop, where it can come into its own. But even then, it is if you think about like product staircases, where you get someone in on something like really low value, and then they're on board with you, they've given you some money, they have the experience of buying from you now, that you've got that relationship. The idea is you upsell them to the next product, and each step it has more value till you get to your high ticket item. Again, so TikTok is top of funnel for marketing, but also it's that gives you the opportunity, that very first step in terms of your product staircase. So it's like, for me, it's like, it's a really, really smart tool. There's things of it we're not leveraging. I've got a TikTok account. Green Umbrella hasn't right now. We should do. Kim's been on to me. We need to create it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, right. Which is like, my reaction to that is the opposite of what I'm saying on this right now, which is kind of madness. But I'm already thinking about it now. The TikTok shop is coming into its own. Some of the stuff that actually we could be selling through TikTok shop, it's like I say, it's really interesting, really, really interesting.
I feel Instagram's like getting onto this as well a little bit. I'm going to have to, I didn't really have something else, but I saved it yesterday and hoped to share it, but I obviously forgot about it. But yeah, it was I saw it on Instagram, getting the two mixed up now, that they're sort of implementing something to help creators buy a certain thing. I'm going to have to look at it. So you have to come back to me. But yeah, I feel like they're trying to get on that kind of creator, teaching the marketing side of things for Reels as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Daniel's over on LinkedIn. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you, Dan. He sort of said, would we say that TikTok's a great place to build awareness and try to migrate people over to other platforms? All social media platforms and TikTok, YouTube, yes, to that question for all of them. So it really is a case of, where are you most likely to make your sale? Like, where are you most likely to surface a lead? That should be the platform you're putting the most energy into. Everything else wants to feed into that. So, like, for me, like that sort of cross-population of your audiences, it's almost like, I always talk about funnels in funnels in funnels. Okay. But sometimes, like, to build my LinkedIn network, I might post something on Instagram there's something within that when I'm like, hey, I'm doing this over on LinkedIn to try and push people that way. And sometimes it's about knowing your audience as well. Our audience on LinkedIn is very, very recruitment heavy. That's 70% of our business is working with independent recruiters, and so we capture that audience there. The other 30% of the business, they're hanging out on Facebook with us more. Okay, so it is that, like I said, you're really like mapping it all out and going like, how does everything we do connect together to bring people through that funnel to the bottom of it, which is where money lands in the bank. So yeah, absolutely, like using TikTok to get people onto your database, we can do. Using TikTok to build your LinkedIn connections, we can do. It's all about what's the next logical step on the journey you want to take someone through. So yeah, big yes, Dan, is the answer there. Cool. Okay, so let's move on from TikTok. What should we talk about next? Who's going to go? Do
you want me to do mine?
Go on, Jane.
Avoid my COVID cough while I speak. She says, wanting to cough. Anyway, so this first one I've got is about Snapchat, actually. So we've had things before about Snapchat and their sort of virtual reality trying stuff on and all the rest of it, but they've partnered with Amazon to do eyewear try-ons. So there's thousands and thousands of different pairs of glasses and whatever, you can try them on. Virtually try them on, in your Snapchat account. And then if you like them, you can seamlessly go through to Amazon and buy them. So I presume they'll probably do this with other products in the end as well. But yeah, it's just quite I don't know. Snapchat wouldn't be my first thought of, I want to buy some glasses, I'll go to Snapchat. But,
They did have the Snap glasses though, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
So
I guess it's giving Snapchat a boost, isn't it? Because I feel like more people, I don't know, use Amazon probably more than Snapchat. I don't know.
Do you know I pull the data every time Ofcom do their report. Not Ofcom. We Are Social and Hootsuite do a report every year, and then they update it every quarter. And in that, they break it down by. So there's like a global report, and they break it down by country. And each year, I look at it in depth, and then every quarter, I look to see what the updates are. And this is the first year that I've seen Snapchat be in the top 10 of social media platforms that are being used in the UK by people 16 and over.
Wow.
So we often overlook Snapchat, but actually I think we need to be paying more attention to it. Snapchat is probably one of the few social media platforms that haven't aged up. Okay, so we talk about things like, things like TikTok, things like Instagram. They launch, the kids are on them. Everyone, like the kids love it. The parents go, "Oh, what's little Billy doing? I better get over on that platform as well. Keep an eye on little Billy." Okay, so now the audience has shifted up again. So like you get the kids on there, then you get the yummy mummies on there, right? And then like the marketers go, "Oh, captive audience, let's get in." So we see this thing very quickly. The audiences grow. Snapchat, in my opinion, has been different because it hits in. How old is Snapchat actually? Thinking about it, it's got to be 8-9 years old.
Like 2013.
Easy.
I feel like 2012,
Yeah.
2013.
Right, we need to check that. Kim, can you check? 2011. That's when it launched. 2000. Okay, so it is over 10 years. Okay.
I feel it got big though in 2014. That was kind of the first wave.
2014. See, that's what I'm thinking because I started here 2013. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking because I remember the office we were in when we were all testing it and playing it and like who was around at that time. So yeah. So Paul's put it in the chat. 16th of September 2011 it was founded. But Kim's got initial release. What'd you say? 8th of July?
8th of July 2011.
8th. So we've got should we let them fight it out? Paul Green versus Kim Grocott in the ring. Where
versus KG.
Where are the bets going, guys? Anyway, I'm so excitable and so distracted today. Oh, hold on. Paul Green's got his information from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Might as well have got that information from Nicole's pad.
Oh my god! I totally
thrown
thrown
off my phone on my
You wouldn't be able to read that though, would it?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man. Okay, so well, you say that, but Paul Green is our resident stalker. Maybe it's like that. There's that bright light behind Nicole. Maybe like Paul Green is there. That's his little torch shining through. Anyway, so Snapchat launched. Got its audience, but then other things have. So Instagram was booming. I think that time we had Instagram. We had something called Blab, which was way before its time. That kind of like grew, died again. If stop ranting, Christina. So then we've had all these other things appear and disappear. So I think Snapchat kind of got a bit lost in the mind. It lost its identity a lot as well. It didn't really couldn't really figure out what it was doing, where it was going. But it's always been there. It's never gone away. But then the audience has just kind of stuck with it. And so I think the reason we're now seeing that in the top 10 of platforms in the UK is that those people that are using it, that sort of have adopted it, found that need for it. The early users probably got caught up in other platforms. But like if I think of Bella, my youngest, she uses Snapchat with her friends. She's 17 today. So, she's only just become part of the data set that is putting Snapchat into the top 10. So, like I said, the platform didn't age up in the way that other platforms age up, but it's like actually that the Snapchat community has now become part of that data set to be able to push it into that top 10. Does that make sense? Are you getting what I'm saying? What I mean by that?
Yeah.
Sometimes my head is so distracted, I don't know if I've been able to filter out all the right things or not and leave you with what's important. But yeah, there we go. So, yeah. I'm lost now.
I use Snapchat every now and then, but not a lot.
That's because you're young.
But I'm in that category.
Yeah.
16, so there we go. Something to add.
So I'm not going to tell everyone how old you are, but that kind of makes sense. So the age you were when it was launched, and do you see what I mean? So I feel like my little opinion thing has just been backed up by solid data.
Yeah, because when I was
doesn't happen often.
When I was 17, that's when it was big. Like 2014. Well, people can work out the age now. So yeah, I'm I don't mind. I'm 26 now. So when it got big, I was 16. So 16, 17. And then I feel like it died when I kind of went to uni. And then it's just come back up a bit. But then it's kind of been
because it, like I say, it lost its identity, and then the last couple of years, it does feel like it kind of went, okay, whatever that crap is we've been doing for the last few years, like we get confusing ourselves. Let's just push that to one side and go back to basics, refocus, and that's where I think we've seen it getting used more again. Just because we mentioned that it's Bella's birthday today, I put a post out on LinkedIn. I mean, I put if we're Facebook friends, which not everyone is, because I'm like a bit of a, I'm actually quite private for all the oversharing I do on Live Lunch. But yeah, I put posts out on Facebook, but I put one on LinkedIn as well, basically saying it's Bella's birthday. She's 17. She's now got a LinkedIn profile. She's understanding the importance of building a network. So, like, if you're watching this, if you're connected with me, I'll put the link in the chat. Go and connect with Bella as well. Okay, let's give her some birthday love, build her LinkedIn network. If you're watching this, you're probably in business or you're interested in marketing. If you're interested in marketing, you could be interested in, video marketing, media related things. And that's she's really interested in that stuff. So the link. So thank you, Paul. He's put it in there as well. I've popped in the link to her LinkedIn profile. This morning she had 21 connections, and I'm like, we just keep watching it to watch her network grow. So yeah, give a bit of birthday love to Bella.
Should we sing a happy birthday?
Right now? No.
Feel free to call on your own.
Happy birthday, Bella.
After 3. 1, 2, 3. Go on, Nicole.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Bella. Happy birthday to you from GU.
Amazing.
Oh
Cool. Okay, so oh my god, someone needs to tag her in now. That's hilarious. I won't be able to tag her in because I'm in the back end of StreamYard to do it. Otherwise, I would do. But should we timestamp it? 12:29. I tell her she needs to have a look at 12:29. I don't even know if she's seen where I've tagged her, because some of the photos I've shared on Facebook I've tagged her into, like, I won't be thanked for those. But I just want to say, I did filter out the ones that I'm saving for her 18th next year. Right, back to the show. So, what's something I wanted to talk to you about? Have you been seeing, so not so much this week, and also last week, did you see lots of people posting on Facebook about, like, oh my God, I've got professional mode now, I've turned it on, and on their personal profiles? Did you see much of that?
I saw a bit,
Yeah. Okay, like, I'm obviously connected to different people, guys. It was crazy on mine. It was like every other post. I've got professional mode, guys. I don't know what to do with it, but I've got it. So, professional mode on Facebook. Should you want to turn it on, you need to go to your profile on Facebook. Just under your cover photo over to the right, there's like 3 dots there. Underneath that, you'll get the opportunity to toggle professional mode on. What this allows you to do is get data on your personal posts. Okay, so you get some insights there, so you understand what's working, what's not, that kind of thing. And it also will give the opportunity in terms of monetization on your personal account as well, which sounds really good. Practically, though, once you turn it on, it's like mission impossible to tag anyone in anything. It's well annoying. I've actually turned it off this morning. Because, to be honest, having had it on for 2 weeks, there was no difference. So I think if you're going to use it, there's this funny thing, right? On Facebook, you're only supposed to have one personal profile. So for me now, I'm thinking if I was going to use professional mode, I'd probably create a second personal profile and have it switched on there, and have my normal, actually me personal profile just as a normal profile. So it's an interesting thing. And, I would then drive that, build the professional profile, drive it, build the audience, be sharing the content, et cetera, to the point where I can then kick in on the monetization tools. But like I said, right now, I think for once, I'm going to put myself in the normal people category, just this once. Yeah, I just kind of think it sounds really good, but it's not really doing anything.
Has anyone else said anything?
It's too new. It's like literally I think probably about 3-4 weeks ago, I saw something saying it was being. So we knew this was coming. We knew it was being tested, but we didn't really hear anything on the test. Then we heard it was being rolled out to select profiles, US and Canada, and all of a sudden people in the UK were posting going, "Oh my God, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it." And I had it, it was there for me as an opportunity to turn on. And then I think basically I'd had it switched on for a week. Then end of last week, I saw an article saying that they were rolling it out worldwide now. So it's kind of like everything seems a bit behind in terms of the comms on that. Therefore, hearing what people are saying in terms of the benefit is quite limited. I think if you are using your personal profile, you've got a massive audience on there. So you've exceeded your 5,000 friends. You've got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands beyond that following your personal profile, and you're producing a lot of publicly available content through your personal profile. Then I can see it being worthwhile from the monetization perspective and having those insights available. But like I said, if you're a normal person using Facebook, it's like, even if you're using it for professional purposes, don't think you need to have it on. Not yet. I mean, like all things, watch this space. But yeah, I think you have to get. I think you're going to have to get to a certain point before it's actually worth the effort.
Fair enough.
Noted.
I'm going to have a drink now. I'm not sure I breathed just then. Jane, have you got anything else?
Yeah, a couple of things. So YouTube is rolling out separate tabs now for shorts, live streams, and normal videos. I'm not sure if this is in the app and desktop as well, or maybe just in the app. But yeah, it's just basically to make it easier to find everything. So if you know you're going to look for something on shorts, then you've got a dedicated tab just to look for those things there. And also the YouTube handles are rolling out like literally as we speak. I keep getting emails all the time going, you can now pick your YouTube handle. So get in there and get it if you want one.
It's been really useful because it's highlighted to me how many of our clients don't remove me as an admin on their YouTube channel after we've done if we worked on so YouTube we don't manage for people, we just we'll do specific projects for them, so they give us access, project finishes, we say to them, right, you need to remove us now, but then they don't do it. So I've been getting email after email after email, and I'm like, what channel even is this? I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's highlighted that to me, definitely. The thing is, if you've already got a personalized URL, then that's automatically your username for your channel. So but it's good for people that are not at that point yet. Maybe they've only got a handful of subscribers and that kind of thing. But yeah, being able to have that handle, I think, will be good. And again, it just ties into the short stuff, doesn't it? It ties into that TikTok style video element that everyone's trying to build out at the minute. Fab. Mark, you did chip in, but you're being your usual quiet.
Yeah. No, I've got a couple of little bits. Nothing too exciting. One for Nicole, really, about the metaverse. Because we've been speaking a lot about this in the office this week, but it's a bit of a boring stat one. But the fact that obviously Mark Zuckerberg is very much in trying to get all this working, but he's currently losing 3.7 billion a quarter approximately on getting it all up and running. So that's quite a lot of money to be ploughing into it, really. But there's some graphs on the article I'm looking at, and it's just going up and up and up, like the expenditure on it. Which is quite interesting, but that's on the Meta Reality Labs division of Meta. So
it's all kind of relative, though, isn't it? I mean, is that a lot of money to him?
I don't know.
It is to us, but is it to him?
It brought. I'm not looking at the actual. I don't know what this sort of period it relates to, but it's brought in 285 million in revenue. But just have a look. So 3.7 billion loss. So that's the third quarter loss of 3.7 billion. Second quarter loss was 2.8 billion. So yeah, the losses are going up. But I think that's still quite a lot of money. Billions a quarter. not millions, billions.
Billions.
So maybe in the car we're not going to be sort of sitting in our headsets yet in the office.
I thought
You need to be in the
that
office. You could sit in your headset anywhere, couldn't you? You don't need to be in the office.
Is
I
that,
know,
is that
but it
what you want?
blocks everything out then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
we've had Metaverse Mark all week. He's been
Oh,
saying
God.
that he's tuning in from home. That's his Metaverse.
I've not really been in the office this week. It's just been my avatar.
He's not right there. He's in the Metaverse. This is just his avatar.
You could have picked a better one, Mark.
Needed to make it realistic.
There's so many opportunities.
But it turned up different. You'd have been like, "Who's that?"
Have you seen some of the AI generated, like, you know, like your metaverse characters? Have you seen people posting? Well, there's, I can't remember the name of the site now. Someone I know who they've basically been through one of these sites and had all these characters of themselves generated. They posted and they were like, "Which one do you like?" I was like, "Oh my god, I love them all. Like, these are all brilliant." Do you know what I'm talking about or not?
Yeah. The sort of the sort of animated-y sort of looking.
Yeah.
Why does it look like Sims?
Yeah.
They literally
No. It's no. Oh, right. So if people in the recruitment world, there's a guy called Hung Lee who runs Recruiting Brain Food. So he posted this, and it's in. He posted it on his personal profile as well. I can't remember if he put it on LinkedIn or not. I'll have to dig it out. But like, I'll show you guys later, okay? Because everywhere I can think, well, I know it is for definite. It's like a closed community. But yeah, they're really cool. They're really, because they're really lifelike. It's not like the cartoony thing. But yeah, they're really awesome. I'm loving it. I've probably described it completely wrong in language. As we know, I live in the world of social media, but I'm not techie. This is the thing. This is where people get it confused, right? Being in social media is not about being techie. It's about understanding behavior. It's about understanding psychology. It's about being creative. Okay, it's you know, yes, we need to know what buttons to push on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all that sort of stuff, but it's more so about being strategic when we're being creative, right? It's not actually about being good at tech. Like, most of the time, I'm shouting, swearing, calling objects names and wanting to throw them out of the window. And I said objects then and not people, just because of my lunch.
That's why we're not allowed to have the windows open in the office, isn't it?
That's it. They're all these stupid lock things, so it's like really hard for me to open them for that specific reason. Can you imagine our insurance claims otherwise? Right. Okay. So what else have we got? Anything? Oh, you said you got a couple of things. That was
just a couple of other little bits really. So something I had totally forgotten about, but Google Hangouts, remember them?
Oh, yes, but Catherine, thank you, Catherine. Right, there's the link is there in the chat so that people go and look at Hung's AI images. But they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. So I'm like, he did share, and I've got it noted down somewhere, the site that he uses to get them. I'm like, I'm going to have a go just for the crack. Anyway, Google Hangouts.
Have finally gone, which I didn't even know, though, to be fair. It seems so long since they were sort of prominent that you've sort of forgotten that they even existed. I remember a few years ago, everyone seemed to be sort of using it, but apparently it's been winding down for a year or so. But it's now sort of finally gone. But what sort of highlighted to me in the article that I read about it is there's been more than a dozen attempts by Google in the last 17 years to get one of these sort of messaging / social platforms off the ground and actually make it work. Just give it up. Just give it up.
They've never been able to do it. Never. Like, what about Google Plus? What's the name of the last one, really?
There's a couple of things on here I've never heard of. Something called Allo. Duo.
That's before I got into social media. I think that's like early 2000s, maybe 2005, 2008-ish.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say on here, but but Hangouts are going to be put into something called Google Chat, which is the new thing, which again I presume is part of, like, you know, the whole sort of Google suite of things. But whether again it will take off, it's meant to be sort of similar to Slack or Teams, so it's another competitor for that kind of thing. There you go. Chris knows.
Chris knows, the IT guy that looks at your special content.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Send him the videos later. Gifs will be available on Giphy.
He can already see everything that's on your desktop, Mark. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's got access via that weird program, and it's just the old camera keeps flashing up as well sometimes.
Oh wow. Okay.
I've got one last one.
Go on.
Right, so it is a sort of a serious one, but so I only saw this morning, but Meta has got a new tool that helps you search for infringed content and intellectual rights. Apparently it's in there already, but I've never come across it within the brand's protection part of things. But it only seems to be available to businesses that have got registered trademarks at the minute, so that you can search for any content, images and things that people are using that you don't think they should be using if they're your content, etc. But it just reminded me, it might even be before your time, Christina, with GU, but we had years ago someone nicked the original Green Umbrella logo.
Yeah,
it
was before my time, but I remember the story.
Yeah, so we'd done a bit of a search on something, and the umbrella that we had, which we knew we drew ourselves, etc. And there was a random, I think it was like a plumber or a window cleaner in Australia that was using the logo on their Facebook page.
They're still in existence. I think it's like a roofing company in Canada.
Yeah,
I want to say it's Canada, actually. Yeah.
But obviously now we don't use that brand, and they're quite welcome to it now.
Still should have invoiced them.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you not message them about it and bring them?
I don't know whether Julie did at the time. This is a long time ago. But obviously, what you can do now, if you've got access to these tools, is actually report these things to Facebook properly, and they can issue sort of take this down notices or simply remove it if they feel it can. So I thought that was quite a good thing, to be honest. Obviously, a lot of people spend a lot of time, money creating content, and if people are just nicking it, then it's a good way of keeping track of things.
This is why the branding element of things is so important, because it is like your brand is unique to you. Like being able to everything you do be part of your brand and feel like, even if it hasn't got your logo, it's like when this stuff comes up, if your branding is strong enough, then you'll always be able to fight it. Yeah. I think, whether you decide, whether you're just going to someone down the road going like, oi, nearly swore then as well, oi, you've nicked my image. It's like when it's indisputable just visually, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. So that is me done now. I'm off to have a Google Meet with Chris Lambert, so I've got to go now.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I mean, I imagine you need a bit of a lie down after all that.
Probably, yeah. I won't need to say anything next week now. We can just be fine.
Amazing. Cool.
I'll send my new avatar that'll be generated by then instead.
Can you imagine if we literally did live lunch, it was just 4 avatars?
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Maybe we do it the thing is, for me to be able to do that, we'd have to create the avatar, print it, stick it onto a lollipop stick, and I just be stood holding it.
That's called a mask.
Oh, amazing. Cool. Okay. Well, I did have a couple of other things, but you know what? I'm going to save it all. One was about sort of leveraging psychology and marketing, but this, to be honest, it's something I'm writing an article at the minute, and it kind of links to that. So I'm going to save that. We'll talk about that after I've released my article. And the other thing is, we get into that time of year now. People are starting to make predictions for 2023 and what social media, online marketing, all that kind of stuff. And I was. I normally release my article of my predictions sort of end of November, beginning of December. So hence me kind of really thinking what do I think is going to happen? And when you're looking at this stuff, researching this stuff, you start to see what the people are saying. And so far, what I'm seeing is like everyone's just talking about what's happening now rather than what they think is going to happen next. Don't you think that's interesting? It's like we're in such a weird time in terms of developments in the metaverse and global economies and how businesses are going to respond to both those situations, that I think everyone's possibly spinning on the spot going, let's just keep doing what we're doing. It's quite interesting. Anyway, on that note, shall I wrap it up? Should we finish it there?
Yeah, I think it's been a good live lunch.
I feel like I've entertained myself. Again, that did not sound the way I wanted it to. Goodness me. Right. Okay. That's it. We are done. Done. All that's left to do is lost my ear now. Yeah, all that's left to do is one, like pass out with the level of embarrassment I'm feeling right now. Number two, say thank you for joining and tuning in, and what a treat you've just had in the last few minutes. And like I say, thank you for your time. We will see you next week, Thursday at 12 for another live lunch. Will be episode 129 next week. So we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.